Todd, does that one alleviate a bit of pressure for you and your club?
Yep, it does. We spoke as a group through the week, getting our character questioned. Had a few things go against us yesterday in the captain's run with a couple of guys pulling out during and after, and we had to locate a couple of players who were heading towards Q Cup duties on the way to Cairns via bus. Kai Donald landed in Mackay and get on the phone and redirect them both, and get them to Brisbane and handled that well as a group. And yeah, it wasn't always going to be pretty, and just kept fighting and found a way.
It, like you said, it wasn't very pretty, but Vossi and Com said it's the inconsistencies within each 40-minute halves that are, you have fans questioning. You can see where the good spots are with the Cowboys, but where they're not, I guess. How do you address that, Todd?
We've talked about it internally. We do skill drills at the moment. The Achilles heel for our group is we keep making yardage errors, and it just gives the opposition field position and multiple shots on our try line. And until we get that right, that's what we need to change, and things will go our way.
With the changes that you were forced on you, Todd, bring a couple of young players in, do you think maybe that injection of enthusiasm maybe helped you in a way?
I wouldn't disagree with that comment. I think both those guys didn't get a lot of time. The group got a buzz when we crossed paths. And then the conversation we had last night was to make sure that we're all okay with what's happened and what we need to do tomorrow. And again, we spoke before getting on the bus about, just sticking together as a group, going after it, and we did that.
Is that one of the reasons why you spent the second half on the sideline, Todd?
No, I just tried something different. Yeah, no rhyme and reason behind it. It's The view's not great from down there, I've got to say. Can't see much. But I was hopeful that the players could get something out of it, particularly the ones on the bench. Shouting to some guys close to my edge on the field, but I was just getting experience for myself also, just seeing what it was like.
Did it give the players a lift? We were seeing the coach on the sideline.
Yeah, bloody hell.
Yeah. In the rain? In the rain?
Yeah. Well, I think I dodged the weather. It was pretty good, second half.
Is that part of the, look, you talked about trying to have a look at all things that are happening. Is that part of the review process, like communication, whether your message is getting out in the field, all that sort of stuff? Is this what you're trying to sort of have a look at from an overall point of view?
Yep. We always look at what we're trying to do each week and how we can improve it. But we stripped things right back this week and just focused on us. We didn't show any vision on Titans, which is not a common thing. The review off the back of last week was just around our effort or some good stuff, and then there's a lot of questionable stuff. So, we stripped it right back to just finding an effort for your teammate and keep turning up, and there'll be some good parts of that, and there's also some guys that just got to keep showing.
You scored 5 tries and 4 of them were late on or scored by your number one. Obviously Scott's going to be important back into the season, but especially next weekend when he's there and both clubs, you and Melbourne, are missing Origin players.
Yep. A lot of the good stuff happens around him. Like him to be more consistent with some of the negative plays, I guess. He's really influential in our group, and I guess the key for him this week is to not overplay his hand without the pieces of the puzzle around him, and then just focus on right play at right time. So he's a quality player. He's really important to us. We need him playing well.
Does Murray tell have you done enough since returning from injury to make Origin 3, given Caleb Ponga's injury and Hammerstone's good showing last night?
Yeah, I'm unsure. I think we know he can get the job done there. We know how talented a player he is and what he can offer a team. It just depends what Billy wants to do. You know, you can move 2 positions to solve the problem, or just move 1 and fix the problem. So, don't really care. I'll cheer for the other team.
If you did lose Murray, I think that'd be like 5 players. How do you cope with that playing against the Storm, who would also lose probably 5 players? It's one of your biggest matches up there in Townsville. Is it disappointing that no Origin players for that big game?
From a fan's perspective, I'm sure it's disappointing. For us, it's part of the season, I guess. Both clubs have got to deal with it, as do the other 15. So I guess the messaging this week will be continuing in the same vein around, you know, worrying about ourselves and getting our part right. We're going to continue to be smarter and better out of our own end.
Ruben, after 3 heavy losses, what part of tonight's game were you most happy with? Where did you come furthest tonight?
Yeah, just like what Toddy said around our effort areas. We had a good chat earlier on in the week and just sort of narrowed our focus and really dialed in on the effort areas of the game and working hard for your teammate. And for the most part, I thought we backed it up with actions. So, yeah, really happy.
Todd, it was reported tonight that Taylor De Silva's joining the Eels with Reece Robson leaving next year. What are your options looking like for 2026 at Hooker?
There's still a couple more there, yeah. I did get told that as we were close to kick off, so it's well documented who they are, and we just go through the process,
Okay.
work it out.
Could just ask another one. We saw you guys not pack the scrum in time and give away the penalty. Why do you think teams are doing this inside their own half? And is it the players that are doing it? Is it coaching instruction? I mean, it's a lot of clubs that are employing this out there.
Well, it gives you a rest from a player's point of view. Like
It's
after
an
multiple sets,
extra
doing
10, 15 seconds rest maybe. You got a full set.
just take a breath and reset.
It wasn't a coach's instruction in that instance. I think the players have got a good feel for that as they go. I don't know if it was intentional today, was it?
I don't know. I don't think it was.
Yeah, I think that was the stuff up today. Yeah.
But in the past, yeah, we've done that. When you're doing your line back to back, sometimes you need a bit of a break. So that's what it gives you.
Do you think it's something the NRL should look at to come down hard on? Not just for you guys, but all teams who do it?
There are other things for
I
them
don't know,
to
yeah.
look at
Yeah.
before that. I'd say.
Dropouts?
Like what, Todd?
Hey?
Like what?
Dropouts that don't
Yeah.
go 10?
I prefer the press conference in Townsville.
Thank you.
Thank you.